all sports, double coverage.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. Hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I am Dom with the great man Sauce. How you going?
Good, Doma, good. We've lost our background here. I don't know what the hell's happened to it. There it is. All right. I'm doing well, mate. I'm doing well. A few cock-ups to start off the show, but smooth sailing from here. I can rest assured. It's been a massive week in sport. There's been a few incidents. One that's definitely on our radar, and you'll find out a bit later where that man just goes in the nomination for the most prestigious award in the hobby, in all of sports and the hobby, the Lemon of the Week. Yourself, Dom, how are you, brother?
I'm good, mate. Joel's in, Cosmic's in. I'm good. I can't complain. I've had probably the biggest week as a sports fan probably I've ever had in my life, to be honest. Oh, well, not really. Italy won the World Cup in 2006 and won the Euros, but this is probably bigger than Italy actually winning the Euros, in my opinion, in a personal type of way. But obviously Ronaldo moving to United, I don't know.
And moving crazy to my team on fantasy football, mate.
Yep. And you can go and get you know what. So, great. Thank you.
Anyone who doesn't know the backstory, how Fantasy Premier League works is if you finish on the bottom, if you're on the bottom, you actually get preference in the waivers. So what I strategically did last week was tank pretty much so that I finished dead last.
Attempted to do it.
We both attempted to do it. I just did it a hell of a lot better than Doma, and that means I will be getting Ronaldo into my team.
I'm just going to put this out there, Sauce. All right, I just want to make this clear. All right, so I'm putting you, Anth, Luke, and Dan on notice right now. I tried to tank to get Ronaldo, and I still scored the second most amount of points, 3 behind Anth, who topped the week. I had all my good players on the bench, and I still had the second most points. Almost topped the league for the week. Unbelievable. You can't beat me. I'm unstoppable. I had Havertz on the bench who scored. I can't remember who else. I thought putting Varane on, his first game would cost me. Definitely didn't when he came out and scored 16 points, and Harry Maguire also scored 8, and pretty much wrapped up the week for me and cost me Ronaldo. It's going to go to Sauce. Good on him. He tanked to perfection. He did it beautifully. So congrats to you. I got him in my other league. That's for money, so I'll take that. On top of that, Sauce,
more important,
we had a massive weekend of AFL footy, and that is where we are going to start. And we're going to start with the Friday night game. It was Port Adelaide versus Geelong. Can't say we didn't see it coming.
We called it.
That's a shit. They're no good.
They're underwhelming, aren't they, Doma? And I just said that they just find a way come finals time to stuff it up. I mean, they didn't look good. The way they were moving the ball wasn't impressive at all. The inability to score, the way that Port was able to move the ball out of the back line, they lacked forward pressure, and they just got played off the park. I mean, convincing win, 43 points. 43 points.
Spanked.
Yeah, spanked. And look, as much as we gave it to Port Adelaide throughout the season, they are coming good, Doma. They are coming good.
Track bully Sauce, but the team that could beat them, like if you were going to lose to any team in the finals on your home pitch, it was Richmond last year. And they beat them.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Port's, I tipped them last week. I said they were going to win the flag.
Yeah, you did say
that. In saying that, like, Melbourne did look good, but I tipped them to win it all. We'll see how that goes. Geelong does have the second chance. They will play again this week. I'll get into that in a moment. Next up, we have the Swans versus the Giants in what was an absolute heartbreaker for our great man Sauce. We were watching this game not together, but at the same time. You can't watch anything together. You can't do shit together. But besides the point, watching it at the same time, Budwell put on a clinic. We're going to have to wait
till next year, Doma.
At least we'll
and let's hope that we're allowed back at games, because I'll tell you what, if it's in Melbourne and he's a chance kicking his 1,000th goal, we are going to the game for sure, whoever it is. against, we're going to see the big man kick 1,000 goals, because we'll say this right now, no one ever again in the history of the sport will ever kick 1,000 goals. Ever.
No chance.
Just the way the game's played these days, it just won't happen. So, this might be the last time we see this ever happen. So I'd definitely be willing to go down there in person. Sydney outplayed GWS, and I don't care what anyone says. They outplayed them. They weren't able to, in that last quarter, GWS are hanging on for dear life, and Sydney just couldn't put the scoreboard pressure on, and it cost them in the end. I think they kicked 8 behinds in that last quarter or something like that, something ridiculous. And yeah, it cost them the match. They had chances to win it at the end there, and they didn't. And then on the flip side, GWS, well done for hanging on. But yeah, I feel like this is where your season ends, especially with your best player having an absolute brain fart, which we'll talk a bit more about it later, Doma. But yeah, look, I think their season ends this week, GWS.
Yeah, I think it does too. Next up, we had D's versus the Lions in what was a dominant display. 28 scoring shots to 15. They kicked 13, 15. They just ran rampant. They just destroyed the Lions. In all honesty, the Lions, the last few weeks of the season, were literally coming back from behind to clinch victory by the time the final siren was sounding. So they weren't emphatic in a lot of their wins, like the Lions of last season. Made Melbourne look better than what they are, but they are very, very good.
You're a good football side.
I'll put it out there. They keep playing like this, they will definitely prove us both wrong. Make the big dance and potentially win the big dance, which is the grand final on the 25th of September.
So 68 inside 50s. 68 for the game.
I know.
Slapped them. Absolutely slapped them. It was a convincing, around the ball, it was pretty even. But other than that, I mean, when you get the ball inside 50 that many times, it just showed on the scoreboard. They had a very dominant, absolute dominant second term where they were just able to break away, and they kept Brisbane at arm's length for the rest of the game. And in the final quarter, they just kicked away, and they looked a better side throughout. I mean, they were on from the beginning. The pressure was up, and that's what you need in finals football. You got to have that pressure and that intensity from the start. We'll talk a bit more about it in the next game, where that pressure sort of dropped off after the first quarter, and then that ended in not very well terms for my side, the Dons.
Jay, how you going? Thanks for joining us. And the last game, Dogs versus the Bombers, your mob. You started well. You played pretty good for the first half, and then you copped it silly after that.
Yeah, look, as much as people want to just go on about the umpires was average, right? But the umpires is in a differential of 50 points. So you can't really blame, as much as the umpires were pretty average. You can't really blame them. We lacked pressure after the first quarter. We lacked pressure. When the game was dry and we were able to get those chip marks and hold possession, we were looking real good. As soon as the game went wet, I'll tell you what, we lacked any sort of composure to get numbers to the ball. Spread from the contest was dominated by the Doggies. Ball would clear the contest, and then at the next contest, it was, outnumbered by Doggies players. So you can't really complain about the performance that the Doggies put in. They were up for the challenge. They were ready to, battle hard. And Luke Beveridge gave him a serve after the first quarter when I think they had 4 tackles for the whole quarter or something ridiculous like that. They came out in the next quarter. I think they had 20 or 22 tackles in that quarter alone. The pressure just went through the roof, and we crumbled under the pressure, Doma. We absolutely crumbled under the pressure. We lacked guys trying to hit front and center. Getting it inside 50, not like we didn't get it in there. We'd bring it to ground. It's a wet day, and we just didn't have numbers at the fall of the contest. And Doggies were easily able to rebound it out of our 50. And look, they were the better side. We gave them a touch up a bit earlier on in the year. They were ready for us. And look, not for anything, as it's funny. seen across the socials, people hate Essendon so much, right? And it makes me laugh. Like at the end of the day, I've seen Carlton supporters giving shit to Essendon, Collingwood supporters giving shit to Essendon, right?
Yeah.
And I'd comment, I'd be
Totally.
like, what are you guys talking about? Like we overachieved. I thought we'd honestly be bottom 4 this year. We've put together a season to make the finals. To bag out my side or Essendon, how about you just worry about your own club and what's going on down there, especially, Carlton and Collingwood. Been absolute shambles. Been absolute shambles all year. Carlton are in year number 6 of their rebuild, and they are still shit. And they said after 6 years they'd be completing for flags, right? That was their own words that came out of their the CEO came out of the board, and they're shambles, all right? So don't talk about Essendon Football Club. You just worry about where you're at. And I can tell you right now, with the list that we've got and the young players, I feel like we're going to actually be better than Carlton are. We're going to turn it around quicker than Carlton. I mean, you have a look at the young guys that we put games into this season that, have talent. Whereas on the flip side, Carlton went out and got, pay big money for recruits like Sard, Williams, bought these guys in because they feel like they're in a time to compete. Compete what, mate? You're starving. So look, I just have to put them back in their place. They always got a rebuttal, but at the end of the day, we overachieved this season. Did well to make the finals. To be honest, I would have been happy to be bottom 4 and get more draft picks, but it is what it is. On to next year and 2022, and on to next week, Doma.
Yeah, definitely. Just before we get there, Maddie, how you going? We've got Giannis in as well.
Doma says Port Adelaide will get the flag, and at this point, I'm nearly inclined to go with him, but I'm going to go opposite sides. I'm going to go the D's.
Yeah,
I'm going the D's.
Yes, here we go. I like it. All right, let's move on to next week. This week, sorry. And Friday night, we got the Cats versus the Giants. Tips for this one, Sauce?
Cats. I feel like the Cats will get the job done by about 2 goals. Toby Green out. That's massive.
That's it.
That's 3 goals. That's 3 goals. Yeah, like you got to think about it like that. And that's where I think the difference is going to be. He's a big game player. He steps up in big games. He played very well against the Swans until he had a bit of a brain fart. But yeah, I think the Cats will get the job done this week, and then I feel like they got it too much for them.
I'm going Cats as well. It's not going to be. I don't think it'll be as easy as that $1.38 saying, because as we've said the whole season, Sydney are no slouches. So
GWS.
No, Sydney aren't slouches. They beat Sydney.
Oh, right. Yes.
They're not slouches.
Beat Sydney. Yeah, that's
so
right.
$1.38 to $3. I understand Toby Green. That is a massive loss. So I'm tipping the Cats.
He's also the number 1 grub, Matty says.
I'll tell you what. I might be saying something. I might be also giving another award to someone else during that Le Mans of the week. Brisbane versus Bulldogs next up, Sauce. I'm just going to straight out say this. It's an upset.
It's an upset in what way? Who's the upset?
I think Bulldogs win.
How's that an upset? I think the Doggies are the better side.
What do you mean? Well, Brisbane are the favourites.
So yeah, they're favourites because it's at the Gabba, right? But I think the Doggies are the better side. So we'll see how I feel like their midfield has more layers to it than the Lions. And at the end of the day, that's where the game's going to be won or lost. So I think the Doggies have too much power. We'll see how well the Doggies backline can contain that forward line up there, which, wasn't too impressive last week. And in previous weeks, also not too impressive. I mean, old mate Joe Danaher, he's doing all right, but he could be doing more.
Yep, he could be. Anyway, I'm going Dogs, you're going Dogs, and we're both going Cats as well. So we'll see what happens in this one. Going to be interesting. The winner of the Cats Giants game plays Melbourne, and the winner of the Lions Bulldogs game plays Port Adelaide. So stay tuned for that. Next up, Sauce. It was a massive week for the Premier League. We'll run through the results very quickly. We're not. I know these were covered on Sports Card. Soccer Card Collective, and I'm gonna leave the transfer news to them for Monday coming, or because we had crazy deadline day. But we'll go through the results. We don't need a comment, all right? I don't want to spend 10 minutes talking about this because you're shit, all right? And I'm giving hope to Arsenal fans when I say you won't get relegated. But in all honesty, the way that I saw some of the things transpire through transfer on deadline day with guys not getting played, wanting to move, and just the sheer breakdown within the club between its management and players, like Maitland-Niles is an example, you know. I genuinely fear for the worst for this football club. Genuinely fear for the worst. William walked out on the club. You know, stuff like this, it's concerning. So I don't want to spend too much time on it. You finished. As simple as that. And hopefully you can spend your money more wisely next time. Not spending 50 million.
4 more games and he's gone, Doma. 4 more games.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. So it was a 5-0 smashing against Arsenal by Man City. Then we had Liverpool, Chelsea drew 1-1. Controversial red card in this game.
Terrible call. Terrible call. If you ask me.
Disgraceful. It's disgraceful.
Ruined the game. It was a great. Honestly, I watched that first half. Fantastic. It was an unbelievable game,
end to end,
and
mate.
that just ruined the game. Really ruined the game. Yeah, well done to Chelsea for holding on and getting a point out of it because they deserved it. They deserved it. The game was unreal. So
definitely, they defended for their lives.
Azura, when it's my show, mate, we just move on from that stuff real quick. Yeah, we don't sit around here. I've told you how I feel about Arsenal, and you know, at this point, I don't give it air because there's no point. There's actually no point getting upset about it because I just leave that to the people on Arsenal TV, mate. If you
want to see him get slightly upset at some of the stuff that Arsenal did, go onto YouTube, watch the watch party episode of Crunch Time when we watch Man City versus Arsenal, and you can see Sauce get frustrated a few times, and you can just visibly see him just say, "No, I'm giving up." When the second or third goal goes, he's like, "Yeah, I'm giving up now. Forget about it." So go watch it. It's good viewing. We had Leicester defeat Norwich 2-1, Newcastle Southampton 2-2, Everton beat Brighton 2-0, Brentford 1-1 against Aston Villa. Burnley drew Leeds 1-1, Spurs defeated Watford 1-0, and not only did United do a highway robbery and get Cristiano Ronaldo during the week, they did a highway robbery against Wolves and somehow got 3 points in this game when we did not deserve a point, full stop. Full stop. We got played off the pitch for 90 minutes. 90 minutes. I could dissect this team right now and Sauce. I'm telling you. What my first point of call was Daniel James had to go. And lo and behold, he got transferred to Leeds. So he's gone. So that kind of made me happy. He's no good. Second, Fred.
What was the thinking there? But what was the thinking there? Why was he getting games? Why was he getting games? Daniel James, and then they transferred him. Was it like?
I don't.
Was it his last chance, or?
But I don't understand why Lingard isn't playing over him.
Yeah, I agree with you. Lingard had an amazing season last season at West Ham, and he comes back and he doesn't get the airtime. I mean, I reckon Ollie doesn't like him. I just feel like he's got a hatred for Jesse Lingard.
Yeah, but see, the problem is, and like, this is why I've never liked. I've never liked Ollie. I still don't like Ollie. I still don't rate him as a coach. Everyone says to me, "Oh yeah, but you finished second last year in circumstances that were never seen before." Source. All right. There was COVID last year. We finished second. I thought that we were very lucky to get that final position. You know, Chelsea went through the shitter with Lampard. If they had Tuchel for the whole season, I'll tell you one thing, we weren't finishing second. If Liverpool had all their players for the whole season, we're not finishing second. These football clubs are better than us. So it's all underlying factors that get brushed over, and it's like, oh yeah, it's not that sunshines and rainbows.
You agree with that, Doma?
Oh mate, I'm about to touch on that. That's I'm about to.
They
just
need a
lose
good
my-
CDM. You agree with that statement by Julio?
Yeah, you know who the good CDM is? He's sitting on the bench. He's sitting on the bench. The guy that his manager tried to get rid of him on deadline day, and the club refused to get rid of him. If you're refusing to get rid of him, I hope to see him starting this week. Talk about Donny van der Beek. Azuro, stop it. Stop it, Azuro. You're going to make me lose my shit, bro. Don't stop it, bro.
They have Fred, Doma. What do you mean?
Fred's
You
a
got
lemon,
Fred.
bro. Stop it, man. It's just ridiculous. We're playing Pogba in a CDM role. Pogba hasn't got a defensive bone in his body. You can't play him that deep. I don't understand the formation. I don't know. If we want to play two CDMs, if we want, really, it has to be McTominay and Van der Beek. And people are going to say, oh, but you can't play Van der Beek. He's no good. Yeah, of course he's no good. Because he doesn't play. You don't give him minutes.
This is what, you know what my opinion on this is? I can understand you playing two CDMs when you come up against the City, or you come up against the Chelsea, or you come up against the Liverpool, right? It's Wolverhampton. You are Manchester United. You should go out there and dominate the game. You are Manchester United. This is the problem, right?
This is what I keep saying to people, Sauce.
That shouldn't happen.
No, it should happen. It genuinely should happen. Like this, I'm putting United fans on notice. Like United fans were just as close as, well, they probably, yeah, 100% agree.
He's only good on FIFA, Fred.
Oh, seriously, like I'm putting United fans on notice, Sauce. We crapped on that we're winning the league after we beat Leeds. Any person that knows football watched that game and said, like, this is an overreaction by our supporters because we played against a no contest for 90 minutes. They were terrible. Or the contest was first 20 minutes, and then 70 minutes they were terrible. We watched that game.
They were shocking.
They were shocking. Last week against Southampton, we drew 1-1. Or 1-1 or 2-2, whatever it was. We were lucky in that game as well. We keep getting caught on the counter in our midfield. Our midfield is very, very weak defensively. They're all offensive guys. So when they go up there, there's no backtracking and we just get beaten on counterattacks. Traore killed us. Trincao killed us. If you got pace against United, you're cooked. I worry when we play Liverpool and Mo Salah, who's like lightning quick, and Alexander-Arnold and
Sane.
You go to Sane.
Not Sane. Mane.
And then you go to Chelsea and you got, like, honestly, guys like Mount, who's got pace, and Havertz. I really worry. I genuinely do. So Saul went to Chelsea. He's a defensive mid. United didn't even bother to put him for that. So Camavinga went to Madrid. I would have taken Camavinga. At least he's a young guy. We could have built around him. But what are you going to do? It is what it is. In other news, Ronaldo came, and apparently we went in the Champions League, and we're winning the league now that we got Ronaldo. So there's still a lot to play out on that transfer.
No more penalties for Bruno. No more penalties for Bruno.
I genuinely reckon, Sauce. I genuinely reckon we're not going to see the Ronaldo that we've seen at Juventus. He put a statement out, and obviously the PS was, "This is for you, Sir Alex," and all this stuff. He had a heartfelt statement. People say, yeah, statements are statements, but Ronaldo has to put it into practice. And honestly, Sauce, this is where he was born and bred, mate, this football club. I know he's at Sporting, but he was born and bred here. So Alex Ferguson, he's still involved with the club, and this club means the world to him. I think if Oli had the right approach, he'd have to say to Ronaldo and set the tone and be like, listen, I understand what you are as a player, but I need you to buy in here because you have the potential to make these young guys better than they ever would have thought. He has the potential, Sauce, to be LeBron. Come here for 2 years, third-year option, and make these young kids like unbelievable.
Yeah.
Not saying that like LeBron, he's not playing with no J.R. Smith and Matthew Dellavedova, That's what I'm saying. He's got the opportunity here. He's playing with kids like of the likes of Mason Greenwood, mate.
Yeah,
He's a genuine star.
Hey, talk
And
about
Sancho.
Mason Greenwood. Talk about Mason Greenwood. You know, I really hope he keeps getting starts because he's proven that when he gets in front of goal, he is clinical. He needs a chance, and that's all he needs. And that's what you need. You need a guy that when he gets one chance, he puts it in the back of the net, and he's shown over the first few games that he's more than capable of doing that. He's lightning quick as well, and I tell you what, yeah, as long as he keeps playing, it will be interesting to see how he pans out, especially for the hobby. He's a big push and driver of the young talent in the hobby. And, you know, I don't know if you listened to LTB's latest podcast, but old mate Cage actually sent off 100 Tops Now rookie cards to PSA, and he's just starting to get them back, trickle them back. Talk about printing money, mate. Printing money, old Cage, getting them for $4, grading them for 12, and then getting them back, and PSA 10s are worth $120. So happy days.
That's pretty good. You take that. 100% you take that. So no games this week coming, Sauce. International break. But expect United to debut at Old Trafford against Newcastle on Sunday, September the 12th. So there's definitely going to be a watch party for that one, Sauce. Definitely. Cherry, in here. Hobby feels a bit lame this week. Nothing cool going on. Hey, Sauce and I did say the same thing to each other. But, you know, we find things to talk about in Hobby Talk because we know that's what you want. It could be different. You might hate it. You might like it. But, you know, we've got people in the chat. They always come up with crazy and cool ideas and questions that they put forward to us. And like we always say, we're happy to answer them live on pod. And it did go left on the watch party on Off the Grid Sauce with a few questions over the weekend. That's what we mean when we say crazy and a bit.
It's good. We love it.
All right, Sauce. Next up, we did have, speaking about Off the Grid, the watch party was for the weather report. Is pretty much what we watched. Literally, a weather report.
Old mate Lando Norris falling asleep in the pit lane.
Yeah, and the guy from, was it McLaren that almost slipped in the hallway, almost went for a sixer. Mate, that was
the most entertaining part of the whole race day, wasn't it?
It was dreadful. It just rained and rained and rained, and it got red flagged, and then delayed. Oh, we're coming out. Started raining. Red flag. Delayed again. Got to the point where they finally came out, and because they did come out and they completed two laps behind the safety car before it got red flagged, it actually stands as an official race. So, in saying that, with the standings,
that's ridiculous, isn't it?
Max Verstappen won, George Russell was second, and Lewis Hamilton was third. So George Russell gets his first podium in F1 by sitting in the pit lane for 4 hours. So we'll go to the points, and it is Lewis Hamilton on top, 202.5 points. Verstappen is only 3 points behind him on 199.5. Then we've got Lando on 113, Bottas on 108, Perez on 104, Sainz on 83.5. His teammate Leclerc is on 82 points. Then we have Ricciardo 56, Gasly 54, and Esteban Ocon on 42. And then on the constructor side of things, because Perez crashed on the formation lap, he didn't finish in the top 10 to get extra points for Red Bull Racing.
Unreal,
Mercedes 310.5, Red Bull 303.5, McLaren is 169, Ferrari 165.5, Alpine 80, AlphaTauri 72, Aston Martin 53. Williams jumps from last into 8th on 20 points. All those points thanks to Georgie Russell. And Alfa Romeo on 3 points and dead last, and will continue to have a donut for the whole season unless there's only 10 cars in a race is Haas. There's the only chance they're going to get scoring a point. There's only 10 cars in the race. And not for anything, the weekend probably would have been the best opportunity for them to score that point if the race went ahead. But thank God it didn't because of the safety of the drivers. But in saying that, Sauce, we are back this week with another episode of Off the Grid because it is the Dutch Grand Prix. the Heineken Dutch Grand Prix. So stay tuned.
How's the weather looking? Any more rain?
I'm not even going to bother looking at it. I'll tune in for a weather forecast on the day, and we'll sit in the pit lane again for 4 hours. But hopefully we get some racing done. So anyway, so let's moving on. UFC is up next.
UFC fight night. Hang on, wait. Let me bring up the card. UFC fight night. Barbosa versus Chikadze. And the main card will run it through middleweight division. You had Gerald Mishkat defeated Muradov in second round submission. Middleweight division, you have Petrosky defeated Michael Gilmore in a third round KO. And the welterweight division, you had Daniel Rodriguez defeated Kevin Lee in third round decision. Bantamweight, Ricky Troikos defeated Brady Heiston in third round decision. And then middleweight, you had Brian Battle defeating Gilbert Urbina, second round submission. And in the featherweight division, you had Giga Jigatse defeating Edison Barbosa, third round KO. Very nice, Doma. Very nice prelim card. I'm not going to run through that, but there was a couple of good fights. I did happen to catch a few. But this week, we've got another fight night. We got this will be a good fight, actually. The main fight. It's UFC fight night. Brunson versus Till. Derek Brunson against Darren Till is the main event. And the main card kicks off with lightweight division Paddy Pimblett against Luigi Vendermini. Light heavyweight Modestas Bukakis. I'm guessing he's Greek. Bukakis sounds Greek. Against Khalil Rountree Jr. Welterweight division Alex Morono against David Zawada. And heavyweight division Tom Aspinall against Sergey Spivak. That will be a good fight. Obviously, heavyweights throwing hammers. And the main event, Derek Brunson against Darren Till. That's actually two good fights on the co-main card and the main card. So that will be this weekend. Main card kicks off from 6 a.m. on Sunday. Jesus, 6 a.m. Sunday.
As Little says, you got the best pronunciations in the game, mate, on these surnames.
I know, brother. I know. You get on here and try to say some of these names. I'll tell you what, it's the first time I see some of them and I'm like, how the hell do I say that? There's no preparation going into this.
Julio says, what about Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley? I'll give you a quick take on that, Sauce, all right? You just need to say, yep, I completely agree with you, Dom. The Paul brothers in boxing, all right? You know what that is? It is the biggest pump and dump in the boxing world that I've ever seen. It's just a pump and dump. It's exactly like pump and dumping cards and pumping and dumping NFTs. They are the pump and dump of the boxing world. That's it. They fought has-beens and hacks. They made all their money. Logan Paul fought against Mayweather, who's not a has-been or a hack. But, you know, Mayweather's just been told in the ear, you know, just last the whole fight, do nothing, just dance around. He's not going to hit you because he's no good. And then people think that Logan Paul is better than Conor McGregor. So, anyway, besides the point. It's a pump and dump. That's all it is. That's all I need to say on it. Yeah.
Do you want my opinion?
I do, because I know it's going to be like memorable for this podcast and everyone that's in here right now. So
if you took time out of your day, I really hope you didn't pay for it, but you know, finding on the realms of the internet.
Hey, you better be careful here, because I did take time. It was in the background.
If you took time out of your day to tune into that absolute trash, shame on you. Shame on you. Your time, you should value your time a lot more than to tune into that rubbish. Anyone who did tune into that rubbish, shame on you. That's all I got to say, because it is shit. Shit.
Thanks,
right?
Thank you. Appreciate
it's a waste of time. It's a waste of space. It's a waste of eye vision on something else that could be focused a lot better. All right.
I may have used our good friends to watch it.
the number one sponsor of the show, which we won't say. If anyone wants to know how to find these events on the realms of the internet, by all means, hit us with a DM on IG. We'll be able to help you out. All right.
Azura's like, this is awkward because I watched it and you're flaming people that watched it.
Yeah, 100%. I will flame the people that watch it. Shame on you. It's a piece of shit. Why the hell would you watch that? It's a waste of time. Jake Paul, he's retired now, Doma. So that's it. He's done.
That's
We don't
what I
have
mean.
to watch him anymore.
That's why I said it's a pump and dump. It's a pump and dump. But you know what the pump and dump is? He made his money source and he's retired. And then he starts doing all these crap again, his content, his YouTube content, whatever. And then, he schedules some blockbuster fight. And then everyone goes, oh, remember the last time this guy fought? He beat Tyron Woodley, who was like this guy on who used to fight in the UFC. And yes. That's how you
have a look in the chat.
You're on the money. That's exactly where I watched it, my friend. So he's going to come back eventually. He'll fight some clown that wants to go again, and he'll make heaps of money, and he's laughing.
I'll tell you what. Get him in the ring. Get him in the ring with Terrence Crawford. Yeah, then I'll tune in.
Get him in with Tommy Fury. Even get him in with Tommy Fury.
Get him in the ring with a real boxer, an actual boxer, not Tyron Woodley and Ben Askren are hacks in the terms of boxing. They're hacks.
Let's put it. Do you reckon he'd stoop low enough to just fight for 10 seconds and make a gazillion dollars? Can we just put like Anthony Joshua in the ring with him for 10 seconds? That's all it will take. You'd kill him. So, yeah.
That would be the best.
That would have been.
I'll tell you what. Put him in there with Mike Tyson now. He would belt the shit out of him.
Yeah, I reckon he would.
Anyway, I watched Mike Tyson in his last fight.
We've spent too much time talking about this shit, about a pump and dump. Anyway, it's like the what's it called? The egg card all over again. But it was like watching two egg cards, to be honest. Put it that way. All right, Sauce. NFL preseason, week 3. The season starts next week, Sauce. So we're gonna have to rip a preview out of our next week. Yeah, next week, the 10th. So we're gonna have to rip out a preview somewhere. At some stage, we'll probably be on the podcast next week.
Yeah, either on the podcast or a lockdown lounge special.
I'm not even going to go through the games. There's no need to go through the games. Joe Flacco played for Philly. That's your boy. Just wanted to let you know that. Chiefs are undefeated in preseason. Good on them. But the big news is Cam Newton got cut. And Mac Jones is going to start for the New England Patriots. So that is the biggest news that has come out of the NFL space. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
What a fall from grace, Doma. 5 years ago he was.
But yeah, I know.
MVP,
he was
15-1 season, made it to the Super Bowl.
Good. He was no good at New England. He never was good.
No, it wasn't. There we go. I agree with you, Dom. Yeah. I'm just saying, just a massive fall from grace, and someone who's quite similar of that build. I really hope that same sort of thing doesn't happen to him, and that he is able to develop that arm a bit more. And that is Lamar Jackson. He's a similar type of guy. Obviously very good out of the Wildcat formation where they decide to run the ball. I know that's with the straight to the running back, but you know what I mean. They do a lot of runs from the running back, quarterback position. Sorry. So, look, interesting stuff. I did see someone post about, we need to talk about how Belichick's mismanagement of top talent over the last so many years. It was an interesting graphic, and you go back and he had a few out there that
I like this. I like this from Maddie. I like this. Maddie says, heard it here first. Cam going back to Dallas. Dak not lasting the season. He won't be. 100%.
Well, did he even play a preseason game?
Who? Cam? Yeah. Oh,
Dak. No.
Yeah, he did, and then he was sore, and then they pulled him out and they arrested him because of that shoulder. Anyway, that's NFL. Next week, we'll preview the season, week 1. We'll give some prediction Sauce on who we reckon could win the Super Bowl. I'll
be putting on a few divisional multis, mate. I'll tell you what, there's some real nice, juicy ones out there that I'll
see if we can get some special guests in. to talk about it. Yeah, Sauce. It's going to be great. I'm so happy to have football season back, especially since we are stuck at home for another few weeks. It'll be good to watch the first few weeks of the season roll by and see who the informed teams are early on. All right, Sauce, let's move on. Lamont of the week. Now, Sauce goes to me. We're prepping for this podcast, and not a lot of prep goes in, by the way. We just, we do the old wing it. The Sauce goes, have you got a Lamont this week, Tom? I said, boy, oh boy, I do have a Lamont this week. I'll paint the picture for you because I watched every game of the AFL over the weekend in its full entirety. And I got to game number 2, and it was Sydney versus GWS. And I pumped up. I go, this is going to be an absolute ripper. And I wasn't disappointed. GWS were flying. They were playing really well. Obviously got really tense at the end and close. And, yeah, they got the win. But it's what happened at halftime, Sauce. I was sitting there, eating my lunch, had my feet up, relaxing. I decided I'm not going to go for a walk today, get my my sunshine intake. I'm just going to sit at home, watch this great spectacle on television, and then at halftime, I see the umpire, and I see this Lemon brush past him, giving words, and I've gone. I had to do a double take, Sauce. I had to do a double take because I know there isn't much in it. Yeah, there isn't much in it. I understand that. It's not like he got shoved and people just like, oh, there wasn't much in it. And it's true, there wasn't much in it. And he shouldn't get weeks. No, it's not how the sport works. We know how the sport works. You don't touch. It's like any sport. You don't brush up against officials. You don't bump officials deliberately. You know what I mean? If it's accidental, on the field, you've seen it before. Players run into umpires and they help them up. It's a different story. But this idiot is a leader of their football club. He is their X factor at that football club. He's probably the best player at their football club. He is the difference maker coming this weekend against the Cats. And he's not playing, Sauce. The person I'm talking about, if you don't know, if you're from overseas, I don't know, what do we compare him to? I have no idea. I don't know. Andrew Bynum, he was an idiot with a lot of talent. Toby Green. Sauce, I don't know what's running through your head. Like, you're playing. This is not round 4 and you've had a brain fart, or round 10 and you've had a brain fart. This is week 1 of the final series. If you get rubbed out and you miss a game, you lose that game, you're out. There's no redos. There's no coming back for a second chance. You didn't finish top 4. He's out for 3 weeks, Sauce. 3 weeks. It is so disappointing. So disappointing. Not just for that football club, but for their fans. They should be expecting a lot more from a leader of their football club. I'm with Matty here before I get you to give it to him. Imagine a captain of a team in any other sport doing that. I don't, Matt, because I don't think anyone's that dumb. He's the most talented footballer with, in my opinion, a guy that still has untapped potential to get even better. Yeah? But the most immature and childish footballer I've seen in such a long time, Sauce. It is so frustrating to countlessly get reported, and not for anything. Why would you want to miss games? He's been so unfortunate with injuries and stuff, and he's missed games due to injury. To come back and get rubbed out on suspension, you're not even injured in finals. Anyway, Sauce, on that note,
Toby Green, sir, you are a lemon. Just flash that up. What a lemon, Doma. Honestly, what a lemon. Because not only, you're missing out on games and the most crucial time of the season, but you now lost your team the game against Geelong. I'm calling it now. He single-handedly lost the game because he's a 3-goal difference. I said 12 points earlier on. Geelong will win by 12
Get your big goals when it counts, Sauce.
He does. So, look, that's it, Adam. Give him more lemons in the chat, please. More lemons in the chat. That's what we want. Cosmic, yep. Lemon, absolute.
But I did say,
lemon.
Sauce, I had a double whammy. All right? Because he's got a history. And as Matty said, he's a grub. And I found what he did very dirty. You don't go up to an official. I know he didn't poke him in the eye or kick him in the head or in the nuts like he did when he used to take his marks. But Sauce, I'm telling you, I think that the crown has been passed on. The dirtiest player in the game. I think Toby Green gets that crown. Always suspended. I know Tom Lynch is a grub. Yeah, he's another grub. He's a grub of football. But he's actually out on the park pretty much every week.
Yeah.
Toby Green misses more games than he's actually playing at the moment. It's ridiculous. It's just silly. Yeah. Absolutely.
You can't be doing that, Doma. You can't be doing that at any level. I mean, especially when you're getting paid that ridiculous amount of money. There is not enough lemons we can put on this screen to describe that man, Toby Green, at this point in time. Literally. He's an idiot. Let's just be frank. All right, Doma. Moving on.
Let's move on. Before we do get into it, Sauce, let's play our card ladder feature.
Hobby Talk, brought to you by Cardladder.
Imagine everything you love about the hobby in the palm of your hand. An entire store at your fingertips. Everything you need to know about cards is within your grasp. Unlock the secrets of the hobby. Plus, so much more. You don't have to imagine anymore. It's here. Cardladder. Get the app today.
We're back. Very nice. I like it. And we will start with Blockchain Boys. Matty Campbell says Hayden Ballantyne equals Toby Green. I love it. All right, Sauce, I'm going to bring this up.
Bring it up, Doma. Show us what we got.
Luca. Well, he's not Luca anymore. He's Shisha the Don. There he is. Or Hooker the Don, if you want to call him. But I don't like the sound of Hooker the Don. It's just, it's got a different ring to it. So we'll stick with Shisha the Don for the time.
Shisha the Don. He loves his shish.
There you go. So
all over the socials, smoking up. I love it.
We got a Luca the Don laundry tag 101, a Josh Allen logo star. What else we got here? A dual auto of James Wiseman, Anthony Edwards. It's a patch auto. We've got a Shaquille O'Neal auto. That's on Card Source.
Here we go.
I can't believe it. There's an on-card auto.
There's not a sticker on it.
We've got Tua Tagovailoa, RPA. We've got Donovan Mitchell, patch auto. Metcalf, patch auto. Jerry Jeudy, patch auto. Jason Dominguez, patch auto. Heston Kyrgyzstan. I'm just going to go with that. Kobe White, patch auto. Derek Carr, Joey Bart, Isaac Okoro, RPA, logo man. Then we got a Travis Etienne Jr., patch auto. A Manuel Quickly, and a Denny Avdija as well. So, pretty average. These are getting pretty shit Sauce, if I'm being honest with you. So, What's your thoughts on them?
They're milking it, Doma. They're milking it. They were good before because they actually had on-card
variety.
autos. Good variety, but
there's soccer in there mixed in with some NBA and some NFL. Give us something. Like
milking it, Doma. Milking it.
These are fucking putrid, if you ask me. All right, golden auctions. Let's get into something that actually is pretty good, if you ask me. We had a recent sale. We had an 0304 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection RPA LeBron James, numbered 57 of 99. It is BGS 9. I think the auto is a 10. Yep. And sold for $2,029,500 source. That is in USD. We had another Brady Contenders ticket, BGS 7.5 with the BGS 10 on the auto. That went for $799,500 USD. The shit thing is here, I can't actually do it by highest to lowest. What else we got in here? We had a Giannis Prisms Gold rookie card, 4 of 10, PSA 9, went for $270,500. Another Jordan Fleer, $295. What we got here? Red Refractor Vlad Guerrero, 5 of 5. BGS 9.5, BGS 10 auto. It's an interesting one. Went for $186,000. Tatis, 82. LeBron James game used patch rookie card, number to 100. BGS 8.5, BGS 10 auto, $93,500. KD signed rookie jersey card, 98 of 99. PSA 9 went for $137,000. Like, that's funny if you ask me. Like, source.
You can click on it, open a new tab.
Source, I don't understand. I'm going to open this too. Yeah, I know it's a PSA 9. I want to give a better indication up here.
See the Giannis Gold 10? It finished at 270,000 PSA 9.
Yeah, I'll open that one up too. Can have a look at them. There you go. There's the KD. Nice
Definitely
card.
Interesting. Not bad. I mean, at least it's a rookie.
Then we got this bad boy here. Giannis, I can now shoot, bro.
Proved it in the finals, Doma. We said he needed that mid-range, and I tell you what, he stepped up big time.
Giannis, I can now shoot, bro. Oh, here we go. He's the player in question that we're going to be talking about very shortly. Justin Herbert.
I mean, it's a nice card.
It is a nice card.
What did it sell for? Scroll down.
112,000. I've got an interesting take on this.
It's a lot for a guy that's achieved absolutely jack shit.
In 10 minutes or so, I got an interesting take on this guy. I reckon I could get absolutely killed on this take. Anyway, I might be on the money. We don't need to go through it anymore. It's there. Go to Golden, have a look. There's a new auction on, actually. Actually, I'll bring that up. It's very interesting. It is a video game comic book auction. He's a 1940 Batman comic for your source, currently with 17 days left at $500,000.
Less than jack shit. Jay reckons he's achieved. Yeah, look, it baffles me, Jay. Baffles me.
How good is this? That's elite.
Don't get into the video games, because I tell you what, Jay sent us a video to watch, and I still haven't watched it from last week, but I did watch the first 10-15 minutes. And it's talking about how much the video game industry and creative video game industry is getting absolutely pumped through the roof at the moment.
220K?
There you go.
220K.
There he goes. There he goes. Fraud.
You've set him off now. He's going to lose his
Oh
shit.
man, that's what I said. Don't get into it. I tell you what, don't get into it because Jay's in the comments, and I mean that. Look, I'll be honest with you. I watched the first 15 minutes, and the guy was making a very good point, and he does go into depth. I'm gonna watch the rest of that video. He does go into depth about it. And he talks about how there's been a recurring talks about the tulip. What's the tulip effect or something like that? It talks about it from the old times where tulip bulbs used to be a luxury item, and then all of a sudden it started to get
what mod is that as
reproduced and reproduced.
No
Minecraft graded.
No way, bro. Get out of it. Minecraft. We've got Zelda in here. Punch Out. Metroid, Castlevania in there, Contra.
Who are these
Super
graded
Mario
by?
2.
Which company?
Wata, WATA, Wata.
Bloody Minecraft graded ridiculous. He says game was out for years on PC before that came out. There are thousands around. Yeah, I mean it's interesting.
Any games that I have in here?
You got to hang on. Well, let me just bring it. Let me just see if I can find it, and I'll post the video that Jay has sent at us in here.
I'm just trying to find any games that I may or may not have had, so I can kick myself at the value of them when I threw out the boxes and as a kid. Now have a look at this. Look at this. PS1, Final Fantasy VII. Gran Turismo. Oh. Just stop it. I had all these games. Oh, this is even worse. Oh, no. 18 games. Pokemon Red. Pokemon
there you go. I've dropped it in the chat. Anyone out there, go view that. We got sent that by Jay, who's in the chat. And it's an interesting about the what's going on with the graded gaming industry. So it's definitely an interesting watch. If you're interested in getting in that sector, I mean, I would suggest you watch that damn video before you make any purchases. And I've dropped that video in the chat. If anyone who's listening to this on playback, you want to know what the video is, please hit us in the DMs. We'll shoot it over to you. For sure.
Now, Sauce. We're going to bring it to you last week, but obviously the Fanatics talk went a bit crazy and we're answering a lot of questions, sorry. So, Spectra, we are going to get into it. The checklist, break it down a little bit, and then we're going to do something a little bit different. Completely different, actually, when we go and look and preview another product. So we're going to be previewing 3 products tonight. So we've got Spectra checklist we're going to go through, and then we've got Absolute Football. We're just going to go through the preview on that, and then we can go through the preview on AEW 2021 Upper Deck cards as well. You've got the likes of CM Punk in it. But we will start with Pectra. Oh my gosh, I'm sounding like you when you're pronouncing UFC names. I've lost my absolute marbles.
Go on, did you have your cafe before you came on, or what?
No, I haven't. I got to have the cafe. I tell you, I've got to drink another 10. I'm behind my quota for today. Hobby boxes, best price, $1,300 USD Sauce. That's what you love to see. As you know, we like to click on these listings, have a look at them. Sold for $1,300. Factory sealed in Florence, Kentucky. Very nice. All right, let's go through it.
Speak to us, Doma.
Where are we at here? Sorry. All right, 20 base parallel breakdown. We've got silver, celestials, interstellar, meta, gold, universal die cuts, marble, nebulas. We've got color blasts in here. We got jersey RPA, rookie jersey autos. Then we've got the jersey autos in Celestial, Interstellar, Astral, Meta, Gold, Marble, and Nebula. Different variants, as we love to see, Source. 40,000 variants on the same card. It is always great.
Get ready for more next year.
Yeah, 7,000 in the product next year. Photo boxes offer Blue Wave rookie patch autos to 30, purple wave rookie patch autos to 8, and gold wave rookie patch autos to 3. Other auto sets include Catalyst signatures, Illustrious Legend signatures, and rookie dual patch autos. There's a nice sticker dump auto of Shisha the Don, another sticker of AI. Release date was August 20th. So it is out and available right now. Hobby boxes are 4 autos and 4 parallels. Photo box is 1 photo RPA per box, 3 additional autos, and 4 parallels. The checklist, 175 card base set checklist with parallel cards. As I mentioned them before, Celestial to 99, Interstellar to 49, Astral to 35, Meta to 25, Gold to 10, Universal Die Cut to 8, Marble to 5, and Nebula is a 1 of 1. Asia parallels are also different. Base variation set checklist is 25 cards in there. Rookie jersey autos, 42 cards in there. Aspiring autographs, 41 cards. Sauce, you know what it's like when we get to this point in a checklist. We try and find a nice little set within this set to collect. Pick up a nice auto, pick up a nice variant of a guy.
Look for some,
more, and more often than not, we always look for vets.
That's right. Looking for vets rather than just the rookies, because we know the rookies that are going to be in there. So it's about finding the value in how stacked they put, what sort of vets they put in there. Whether the vets are worth chasing or they're just putting, more vets in there that you pull out and it's worth $20,
Found the source. What do we got here?
Here we go.
Icons autos. What do we got? Oh, look who comes up first.
Show us, Doma. Click it. Big screen.
Look who comes up first. It's a Nebula.
Your boy.
It is my boy. There it is.
Right. Not bad. Not bad. Unfortunately, it's a sticker.
They just look like shit. Let's be honest.
It's just,
let's just be honest. We're not collecting anything from this set. You and I.
Would you rather the impeccable Isaiah Thomas or that sticker? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I mean. Like, you got to weigh it up, ladies and gents. You're going to go out there. What was the box selling for, Doma? What was the box?
$1,300 for a hobby box.
$1,300 for a hobby box. I mean, I had someone ask me whether I was breaking any Spectra, and I said, "Oh no, I haven't got my hands on any." And to be honest,
you are breaking product of the year.
I am just sneaky little plug. Got an impeccable break running over at Carnival Breaks. So these bad boys, impeccable Asia Timor. Breaking one of those along with 2 Prison Blasters. If you want to get involved, head over to Carnival Breaks, jump in, and try your luck. If not, that's fine too. Not forcing you to do anything.
So, as we always say, do research, have a look. It'd be nice if we had cards that we could actually open here at Spectra and go through them and show you the quality and do all the hoo-ha. Unfortunately, we can't. So that's pretty much it on that. So definitely get over to Cardboard Connection. Get over to Cardboard Connection. Have a look at the checklist and see if you like anything in there.
Yeah, that's right, Dom. And this is what we always say. Like, when a new set comes out, don't just dive in there, start entering into breaks blindly. Yeah, new set, Spectra. Do your research. Go look at the checklist. Go have a look at the vet autos in it. Go have a look, are they just putting rubbish vets in there, or are they putting some decent vets in there, like Isaiah Thomas's, like Magic Johnson, like Charles Barkley's, stuff like that. Have a look and see Larry Birds and, actual good vets, not, rubbish vets. Unfortunately, no one really wants to get another Bernard King, as much as as good as Bernard King is or was. Or there's another Hall of Famer that they always love putting in there, but his cards literally sell for peanuts. I forgot what his name is, but and then they go put guys in there like freaking Drew Gooden. Like, who the hell wants to collect Drew Gooden?
Hey.
I mean, you put Corey Maggette in there. At least I'd collect Corey Maggette.
Yeah.
Maggette
Well,
spaghetti.
obviously, the last thing we'll go through on this is the Color Blast checklist. It's got Giannis, Stephen Curry, KD, greatest left-handed scorer of all time, Nikola Jokic, Damian Lillard, Kawhi Leonard, AD, Shisha the Don, LBJ, Bradley Beal, Zion, Ja, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Trae Young, Denny Avdija, Emmanuel Quickley, LaMelo Ball, James Wiseman, Ant-Man, Cole Anthony, and Tyrese Halliburton. Pretty nice color blast in there. You'd be spewing if you got Denny. That's all I'm saying. Everyone else is pretty good. All right, Sauce. Let's get over here. Absolute football preview with the explosive Josh Allen. I like how they took that little, see the hollow foil at the back here? I like how they took that from a Kaboom. Pretty cool. We'll put it into a car. Do you love my quality control, or you just pick up this shit?
Oh man, look, you know they're getting real original Panini, real original. As I said, I told you there's a set that they've chucked into Don Russ this year. It's called Power in the Key, and they've just literally ripped it straight off the '90s set. That's Power in the Paint, and yeah, they're real innovative down there at Panini Sports
You
Cards.
wait for the next year's innovation is going to be world class. If you think this year's innovation is, oh man, I'm telling you, they're killing us. Estimated release October 22nd. There is 5 cards per pack, 3 packs per box, 12 boxes per case. 1 box break, 1 rookie premier auto, 2 additional autos, 2 memorabilia cards, 1 insert, and 2 parallels per hobby box on average. Kaboom and explosive each fall once per case on average. I wonder why they're using the Kaboom background, because there's Kabooms in the set. So, you know, it's easier just to print on top of a Kaboom this design here, the explosive, than be creative. Chase the 200
Yeah, they don't have
set.
to change the plate, mate. They don't have to change the plate in the printing press, mate. That's
Chase the 200 card set of all the hottest rookies, legends. Yep. Look for rookie autos from the 2021 NFL prospects, including Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, and Devonta Smith. Hunt for stunning inserts featuring introductions, By Storm, Unsung Heroes, Stargazing, and Red Zone. And the new 2021, an exclusive to the hobby, look for the super short print Kaboom version 2, explosive insert. Enjoy the preview gallery. Yeah, let's have a look at it. Different variations of Tom Brady, Justin Herbert, Burrow, Justin Jefferson. There's a Kaboom of Mahomes. Historical jewels of Charles Woodson and Brett Favre. Pretty sick. Quad patch. Wait a second. No, sorry. I got Sauce. I got a bit.
Jump the gun here, mate.
Jump the gun because they just used the rookies from last year to give an idea of what the card's going to look like. I almost lost my shit there. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
we're getting Trevor Lawrence and Tua Tagovailoa in the same product. I would have just gone crazy.
They do this all the time.
They do. So here's some. Here's what some of the cards are going to look like, which not bad. Sticker autos looks like across the board. Kaboom there, Patrick Mahomes. Kaboom's a sick card, Sauce. Very nice card. So that's what we got there. Pretty good, if you ask me. Now, the last thing we're going to go through, are wrestling cards. Now, I never thought we'd be covering wrestling cards, but, you know, Sauce, I got excited when CM Punk made his return to AEW. I got very excited. I love CM
Speak
Punk.
to me, Donna.
So I thought, there's some AEW cards. If I can find here, though. It would have been good if I was prepared and had the tab open, Sauce, but I didn't. Like a lemon. Let's get it back up. Bang! Here we go. 2021 Upper Deck AEW, which is all elite wrestling cards, and these are the preview. Standouts of all elite wrestling jump to cardboard in 2021. Each hobby box should have 1 auto, relic, or Wednesday in action insert. This is obviously the first product for AEW as well, so keep this in mind. This releases there you go, first product in Upper Deck's multi-year exclusive for AEW cards and memorabilia. It is also the first time Upper Deck has produced professional wrestling cards. Find the cards at hobby shops and through your online Upper Deck e-pack platform. So, exclusive to Upper Deck e-pack, the first 2021 Upper Deck All Elite Wrestling cards come in the online exclusive preview set. So there's an E set. That's a 1-card pack. It's up for $6. Features CM Punk. But this is what we want to see. So there's a 100-card base set split up into 4 subsets, including Wrestlers, which is 60 cards, Tag Teams, which is 10 cards, Crew, which is another 10 cards, and AEW Magazine, which is another 10 cards. In addition to the 2021 Upper Deck AEW Wrestling features, Upper Deck staples, exclusives, and high gloss foil parallels, which are numbered, as well as several other choices. So the base parallels are as follows. Gold, 1 in 2 packs. Pyro, 1 in 6. Dynamite, 1 in 18 packs. Finisher, 1 in 27. Exclusive are numbered to 100. High gloss are numbered to 10. And the black is a 101. So that's for the base Wrestlers. For the base Crew, it is the same. Oh, no, it's not. It's 1 in 10, 1 in 32 for Pyro, 1 in 107 for Dynamite, 1 in 160 for Call Out. The exclusives are to 100. Gloss is to 10, and black is a 101 again. The tag teams are 1 in 10, 1 in 32 for Pyro, 1 in 107 for Dynamite. Finisher is 1 in 160, and then exclusive high gloss and black again. And then the magazines are 1 in 5 packs for Gold, 1 in 16 for Pyro, 1 in 54 for Dynamite, first edition, 1 in 80, and then a black 101. So it looks like that the base Crew and the tag team source, probably the rarer in terms of like hitting them. It's interesting. This is the Upper Deck canvas, 1 in 5 packs, short prints, 1 in 40 packs, Rose of Success. There's a main features card. Interesting looking card source. Interesting.
Not bad, Doma. Like, I mean, look, there's a bit of excitement. Obviously, CM Punk coming to AEW, and it seems like that. Look, I don't really follow the wrestling scene, but there are a few people that we're in contact with that follow it pretty closely. Seems as though there's massive competition in that industry right now, and it's probably good for it because so while there where old mate Vince McMahon lost his way with the WWE. This probably is good for the overall wrestling industry that there's good competition.
100%. So the estimated release date is November 3rd. It is 8 cards per pack, 16 packs per box, 16 boxes in a case. A hobby box on average has 1 base finisher, call out, or first edition parallel, 5 base pyro parallels, 16 base gold parallels, 2 additional parallels, numbered or Dynamite, 4 UD canvas cards, 16 inserts, 3 silver insert parallels. And the case hits on average 4 autos, 8 memorabilia cards, and 4 Wednesday in action inserts. So there you go. If it interests you, you're into AEW, why not collect the first set source of cards? Why not? Might as well get out there and get collecting.
Good wrestlers in there. Good wrestlers.
Some good wrestlers. You get Jericho in there. You get CM Punk. Cody Rhodes is in there. Darby Allin. Moxley. A few guys in there. Done my research on some of these wrestlers' source. I think Christian. Remember old Christian that teamed up with Edge? He's in there as well. So pretty good. They signed a lot of ex-WWE guys to help enhance the product. They got old JR, mate. He's commentating for AEW.
Wow.
JR's commentating.
They've really poached the top talent, haven't they?
JR and Taz. Well, JR was, correct me if I'm wrong, wrestling people, if you listen to this back. He was head of like talent development at one stage. JR used to sign young talent for the WWE. So that's a pretty good pickup. Get him across as an announcer and he can help spot some talent, get some guys across from WWE with some connections that he has. So interesting. I reckon it's on the up, AEW. They really have made a name for himself, which is good. You want some competition, some healthy competition between wrestling brands. We don't like monopolization sometimes, and WWE was getting a bit stale, so it's good to have something with some fresh ideas back in the wrestling scene. All right, Adam, what have you got for us, mate? Fanatics will be a breath of fresh air. Panini are running out of new ideas and rehashing old stuff. Example, 2021 Luca rated rookies. Mate, expect an LBJ rookie card, just a base card in a product next year. Flashbacks. Oh, man. Global. How you going? All right, Sauce. Joe Burrow. Justin Herbert. Let's comp the cards.
Well, Dom, I've got a hell of a lot of. I'm comping up a hell of a lot of different guys here, so we'll run through it. We'll run through it. I've been adding them into the list. I mean, if there's any names out there that you want to throw in there, feel free to let me know, Dom. I'll bring up the screen. We'll bring up our.
Matty goes neither Herbert or Burrow. My little thing that I said, my little teaser to this segment was, if you got Justin Herbert, sell. Like, if you got Primo, sell them right now.
All right, Dom. So we're looking here we're going to look at the 1 year graph here, right? We're looking here at a number of players. So I've got the Justin Herbert Silver PSA 10 in the graph. Obviously brought it up here on Cardladder Pro version, the #1 tracking tool on the market. If you do not have this, make sure you go sign up using our link, which is in the description. Yes, we do get a little kickback, but all proceeds go back into making a better production for you guys. And so we can keep doing this stuff. Keep doing this stuff because we love it. All right. I mean, we've been doing it free for a year, Dom, so let's be honest, we're not stopping now. All right. We got the Justin Herbert PSA 10 Silver. We got the Joe Burrow PSA 10 Silver Prism. We got the Kyler Murray PSA 10 Silver Prism. We got the Peyton Manning base Topps Chrome PSA 10. We got the Aaron Rodgers base PSA 10, Topps base PSA 10. Then we got the 2012 Topps Chrome Russell Wilson PSA 10, and then we're going to chuck in there the base Herbert PSA 10. Now, it's interesting if you ask me, Doma. Now, the base Justin Herbert has, had a fall from what was $1,000 it was at. It's down to $500, $593. And then you go the Russell Wilson. I mean, mind you, it's already got a pop of 1,687, right? The Russell Wilson, which is at a pop of 1,078, is only selling at 736. You got Aaron Rodgers, which has a pop of 2,071, is selling at 881. And then you got the Peyton Manning has a pop of 1,256, selling at 1,616 last sold. Then you got the Kyler Murray Silver with a pop of 156 is at 1,960, and then you got the Burrow Silver and the Herbert Silver. The Burrow Silver going at close to 3K, 2,900 last sold, and the Burrow Silver at 2,400 sold. Now, that pop is low, but that's very deceiving because a lot of these cards are still in backlog. There's still a lot of that product getting ripped, and what I would be basing that off is if I open up another card ladder.
2,900. Fuck.
If I open up another card ladder, log into the account, get into the premium version. Let's go look at Zion Williamson, right?
Huh.
Zion Williamson Prism Silver, PSA 10, right? Now that has a pop of 1,300. That has a pop of 1,300, right? Oh, there we go. I'll bring up my homeboy as well. Now, that would be a more truer reflection of where that pop could head. Yeah. Like, you got to think Panini's been printing this shit like crazy. So for it to only have an 80 pop, that's very deceiving. That pop will end up more towards this number here, upwards of 1,500, in my opinion. That's how you bring that up. There you go. Population growth. There you go. You learn something new every day. I knew you could do it somehow. I know how to do it on my phone, but I don't even know how to do it on the thing. So there you go. If you got the Pro version, you just press that little symbol, brings up the population growth. So this is Zion PSA 10 Silver Prisms growing at a monthly growth of 2.55%, which is pretty cool graph. You don't get that anywhere else. So I'll actually bring him up. Let's Patrick Holmes. Now, to the people listening to this on audio, make sure you jump over to YouTube. When you stop driving or whenever you listen to this, and have a browse. Let's bring up the PSA 10. I think this PSA 10 is quite a bit, but we'll see what it is. All right, so there's the Paddy Mahomes. It's up there, but I actually can't add any more to the graph. Right, I've maxed out how many I can add. I mean, he has won a Super Bowl and an MVP, so I mean, it makes sense that it's 8,800. I think he might have been talking about the possibly. I don't think there was a base because I'm pretty sure there was no base in that year. I think they were all silver.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look at the optic. Optic last sold 1,500, and then there's a pop of 1,096. So, I mean, when you look at a guy like Patrick Mahomes, at least he's achieved something. MVP, won a Super Bowl, made it to another Super Bowl. 2 Super Bowls in his first 3 seasons. I mean, it's amazing if you ask me, Doma.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah. And give me this Donruss optic rated rookie PSA 10 at a pop of 1,096. If we type in Holmes optic, and we find it here, and we go have a look at the population growth chart. Hang on. I don't know what I've brought up there. I think that was the Donruss, not the optic. So the Donruss has got a pop of 3,174. That's actually quite high. But I mean, in comparison to what it could be. Yeah, that was the Donruss base that I've cocked up and brought up there. So I actually wanted the optics. But I just find it interesting that Herbert and Burrow, their silvers are going for upwards of 2,500 around that. And then you've got even Kyler Murray to be at $2,000 for what he's achieved. I mean, give me this base Peyton Manning PSA 10 every day of the week over all 3 of those guys.
You know what's funny? Sauce.
Even this Aaron Rodgers with a pop of 2,071. It's a base. I understand it's a base, but you got to look at how many are printed. There's a very good chance that this pop here, it's 80 and it's 70 now, but it ends up 2,000. Yeah, very high chance.
It's funny those legend Sauce, those legend their pop is what Zion's pop is, for example, at the moment.
And there's still a lot more product from 1920 to be open.
There's still a lot of Herberts, Burrows, who else? Kyler Murray, just sitting there. What's the growth on the pop for that Herbert on the pop report?
The growth
on that, the growth. I'll be actually if you click on the card, it should come up there. Look how 17%. Quickly it is climbing, Sauce.
17% monthly.
It's going up 12 a month. And that's because there's a backlog and they're shut down and they're working on it. Because they're still in there. So, that's going up. What's Burrow going up? These things matter. I know people think
they do matter. That's what I mean. You need to understand this. There you go, 12%, nearly 13% monthly growth, weekly growth 6%. I mean, it's pretty crazy. You need to think about it. Jay did say to bring this up. Yeah, that's a good point, Jay. Pop of less than 600. And if you look at the monthly growth, only going up 1.36% a month on the optic, I mean, that's a good buy. That is a really good buy. I mean, you know, why wouldn't you go buy Patrick Mahomes optic holo rated rookie? Yeah, for
I'm
an
just saying,
extra
if they win,
$1,600 on top of what you could buy a Herbert Prism Silver.
if they
And
win it
I'm
this
telling
year,
you right
sorry.
now that by the time it's all said and done, that Prism Silver of Justin Herbert, the pop report will be a crowd close to 2,000 on a 10.
I agree.
And, you know, here we go, 3 years on. Everyone knows how good Mahomes is. You know, if there's been a good optic holo out there, they've sent it in for fucking grading, man. So, these pop reports, you have a look no further than the pop growth. It's only 1.36%. That's really low. You know, that pops will probably never, ever get to 1,000. Ever. Serious. I mean, I'll be surprised if that ever gets to 800.
Jay's all over it, man. I'll put this up. There has been 12 2017 Prism PSA 10s graded since February 21 for Mahomes.
Yeah. I like it, Jay, man. And this is what I'm just trying to point out to people, man. Like, I just feel the hype around these two guys, Burrow and Herbert, together with how many cards are actually out there of like these Prism Silvers. We can even look further. I mean, look, Murray's seems a bit better. Let's have a look and see what the growth on Murray is. I mean, it's not too bad, you know. So I feel like there wasn't as many printed of the Murray compared to what you know, Herbert and Burrow. But let's remove someone because I don't think I can add anyone else. Let's just remove the Kyler Murray for a second, and let's I forgot who was the guy I was going to bring up. Now I've lost my train of thought.
Brady.
There's no point bringing Brady. He's just like miles ahead of everyone.
Who are you thinking of? Like current rookie crop? Tua? I don't know. Tua. Justin Fields. Justin Fields? No, not Justin Fields. Jalen Hurts, sorry. Lamar, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to bring up the guys that are relevant, you know. I mean, let's be honest. There's a few guys that probably aren't relevant. As much as people really want Jalen Hurts and that to be relevant, I don't think at this point they are.
What's up, Noah? Noah says...
Yeah, I just want people to be weary. Yep. He's locked me in one for a good price, so it'll be a fun rip, Doma. Be a fun rip. Here we go. Here's his Prism PSA 10 Silver. I mean, that's I mean, it's only got a pop of 24. That's unreal. I get it. I get what
Matty said. He would honestly want Jalen Hurts over Burrow and Herbert. More chance of making playoffs in his dud division. He's in the division with Dallas.
So you're saying the rate, yeah, and like I get that because that means like the rate of growth potentially of his card. I mean, have a look at this, man. He's silver. It's nearly 8K, and the population growth monthly 0%. This has got a 24 pop, and it just ain't going anywhere.
That's unbelievable, man.
That's actually unreal. Yeah, that's funny.
Jay says 2017 Prism Football, there's 2,500 cases made, so 4.2 million cards only.
There you go. Jay's done his stats, man. That's what I feel, man. Like that's what I feel like. Those ones from that year, that sort of there was a lot less, and people sort of understood the print runs and stuff. But obviously now with the card boom, like people just you don't know how much is out there. You really don't. So I would be really weary buying into these two guys, Herbert, Burrow, even Tua. You know, I'd be weary. It's alarm bells ringing for me, man. Like, you know, give me this Peyton Manning PSA 10 with a pop of 1,200 pop report. Let's go have a look at the population growth growing at 0.72% a month, Dom. 0.72% a month. Like, it's not going anywhere. Like, it's going to stay under 1,300 for ages. You know, Peyton Manning, 2 Super Bowls, MVP, great of the game, one of the greatest quarterbacks to walk the planet. Aaron Rodgers, you know, won a Super Bowl, multiple MVPs. Like,
inducted in the Hall of Fame as well this year, Peyton Manning.
growing at 3.55%. All right, still growing a bit. Then Russell Wilson, I talk about Russell Wilson all the time. I think he's so underrated, and his career's not done. His career's not done. I'm telling you, Russell Wilson will not end his career at Seattle Seahawks. He will go to another franchise, and he will have a chance to win another chip. I'm telling you, because there's going to be a team that go, you know what, we value you. We're going to protect you with a decent offensive line and give him a chance. So, look, Dom, I'm just saying to the people out there, this is why I bring up this graph for you guys to have a look at, and the price differential. And if you don't have Cardladder, this is the sort of shit that you can do, you can understand, and go have a look at those population growths and understand, how many cards printed freaking matter. They matter. It's not just, oh, yeah, that's a silver PSA 10. That's it. It's got to be in conjunction with the circulation. Yeah.
You got to look at it like that. It means a lot. Like people say, oh, low pop. But low pop comes to an extent, yeah. If you've got a low pop on a card that's
got a low pop, you got 15 million cards in backlog.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
what I'm
saying is if you've got a low pop card of 80 that's climbing at 17% a month, where's that stop when you go look at a Peyton Manning, which in my opinion is low pop for a 10 with 1,188 of his card going at 0.72% a month. You pretty much know if you go by that, the scarcity of it is there. There's not many more of those getting graded. That's unless they're all in the backlog, but I highly doubt there's more Peyton Mannings in the backlog than a Justin Herbert. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe there's refractors out there, Peyton Manning refractors, that are just absolutely bananas. Here you go. This is a big boy card, but it's got a pop of 43. It's a refractor. If you go back 2 years, you wanted to pick one up 2 years ago, 2000, happy days. I'll tell you what, you're up 2,000%, man.
It's crazy, isn't it?
But there's 43 there. So it's all in words escape me.
Well, it's not. It's
relevant. That's right.
It is relevant, source. But the funny thing is, that Topps Chrome refractor is like the silver Herbert. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
There's half the pop, and if you click on that pop rise there for that Manning, I bet you it's not going up at 17%. It's going up 0% a month at the moment. So,
yeah. Give me the BGS 9.5 for half the price, bro. Straight out.
But
I'm a collector. I'm buying that. Anywhere. That's not going anywhere. So look, this is what we wanted to bring it up, and this is why we want to talk about it. It's good to get your input, Jay. Obviously, you've done your research on this, so I really appreciate your input, letting us know about the total cases and stuff like that. Yeah, you're right. Rarity and technical grade matter, but grade matters to an extent. It matters to the extent of how rare the actual card is, and what the players have achieved. These two guys done nothing. Yeah, what? Herbert's won a Rookie of the Year. So, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? It doesn't mean anything, Rookie of the Year. Go out there, get a Super Bowl under your belt. Then we could probably talk about your RPA selling on golden auctions for $112,000 being worth it. Yeah? That is just stupid money. You got $112,000. Go out and find, those three. You go out and find 5 of those freaking Peyton Manning's Topps Chrome PSA 10 refractors and buy 5 of those, man. Straight out. Give me 5 of those over that one RPA of Justin Herbert every day of the week. And that's the way I look at it. I've said this from the start, Doma. Buying accomplishments, buying guys that have done things rather than speculation. And I think there's a lot of too much speculation in this hobby that it's gotten out of hand to the point where these car prices, there are going to be some people that are going to be really, really.
We're doing it. New segment within Hobby Talk each week from this week on. We're going to grab a modern player and a vintage player, from any sport, and we're going to start comping them in here on Cardladder. And we're just going to show the pop growth. We're going to show all that stuff. And we're going to literally outline it to our listeners and our viewers right in front of their eyes. What we're trying
It's
to
the
say.
same. It's no different. Like from day one, what did I speak about in the first 5
Yeah.
weeks of this show? It was like
Hey,
I was talking
the
about
source-
why are we spending this much money on Luka Doncic when you could go buy these Kobe cards? I mean, the Kobe cards have hit a bump, but you know they could be higher. And then I was talking about why would you be buying Zion Williamson when you could be buying Shaquille O'Neal, who's won 4 chips and done it all? Like it doesn't make sense to me, and it still doesn't make sense to me, man. Like you know, a lot of that stuff from the highs it was at in February have come down a shitload, like a shitload. Yeah. And these modern guys, yeah, they've come down a lot too. They've probably the vintage guys have settled on top, but those guys, like you know, if you're talking about basketball, Zion, Luka Doncic, they got a long way to go, a long way to go to even get close to being Hall of Fame worthy or being to the point where you're winning a champ, let alone one championship. But you know, these guys got 4. Yeah, it's not easy.
Like Zion's coming up against guys still like Giannis and Luka. KD's still going to be there. Like LeBron's probably going to still be around for a couple more years. It's going to be hard. Then you got guys like Tatum as well in there, and like it's going to be very difficult over time to get that sorted. So anyway, we will do that. We'll start comping some guys, have a bit of fun with it, Sauce. Read some accomplishments. We'll definitely get some hot takes, and we'll be flaming some people, which would be pretty funny. I thought I'd open.
Yeah, this is a good take. Good take, Jay. Good take. You know, obviously Herbert's same division for the next decade as the Chiefs. So it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Yeah.
Back. There you go.
There you go. Ripping a pack of Brisbane.
Theo Maladon, rookie.
There you go.
Isaac Okoro, emergent, and a DeAnthony Mountain. Yeah, it was absolute shit. So, anyway, Saucy Smokey. You won't be giving any of those players as a Smokey. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look, Doma. I don't want to speak about this. I really don't. But I can't avoid it. I can't avoid it, and I understand.
Is it a Smokey or are you flaming people?
No, I'm not really saying it's a smoke. I'm saying please do your research. I've been looking into this, and you know we spoke a bit about it before the show, Dom. We spoke about it, and I was just like, Dom, I don't get it. I don't get it. But I tell you what, there's opportunity in this, and it's a freaking joke, man. It's a freaking joke. Let me bring it up, and then I'll bring up the share screen. I don't get it. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't.
But it is an opportunity.
But it is an opportunity, right? And just please, guys, please be wary, right? All right. I don't want to be speaking about this, but the ridiculousness of this for you to literally put $500 and turning it into a $1,500, put $500, and like me, like an idiot, I was onto these 8-bit universe ones. I'm just using this as an example, right? You want to be finding NFTs that have some sort of. You want to get on the minting stage, because if you can get on the minting stage, you're getting it probably at the lowest price. Now, I'll say, Dom, all right, let's just go find a really average mint that was like, what did I found one before. It was like a high number. These are all low. Let's go here. Let's sort by low to high. Oh, that doesn't help our cause.
Yeah, the top one is that minted high.
3 hours left, digital asset.
These are just like.
It's just ridiculous.
I don't understand what's happening. I'm genuinely confused. He's talking about NFTs, by the way. You're waiting to hear what Source is talking about.
Recently listed. Let's just go recently listed.
It's genuinely just like perplexing.
Yeah, all right. Here we go, Donna. Here we go. Like this is a mint. So this is 8-bit universe. If you don't know what 8-bit universe, essentially it's just it's an 8-bit image that's digitally minted on a blockchain. It's baffling, right, guys? It's baffling.
You can get lions and monkeys and squirrels and koalas that shoot laser beams out of their nipples. That you can get raccoons. You can get rhinos. You can get 8-bits. You can get all types of shit.
Right? It's ridiculous, right? It is literally ridiculous. Let's go have a look at this one. Let's see. I'm trying to see if any of these have been sold. Minted. So there's a few of these which haven't been sold, but there are ones out there that have. The lower mints always help your cause. So, I mean, I'm trying to find one that's had some sales on it, Doma. Hang on, let's see if this one has. This is 204. Here we go. All right.
There we go.
So this current price is 0.19 of an Ethereum, which is $673. Now, for reference, to mint one of these, if you were on there right at the beginning, it cost 0.088 of an Ethereum, which was about 400 Australian dollars plus probably $100 gas fee or whatever it may be, 60, 70, $100 gas fee. Let's say $500, right? Now, essentially selling for $673. Someone's gone ahead and bought that at 0.0698, which was actually cheaper than the mint price. So it's pretty funny that someone's lost out on these. But do your research. Now, I'm just using this as an example. There are a shitload of other ones out there. There are opportunities to pick them up at sort of cheaper prices. You do need to get a MetaMask wallet. So I'd suggest downloading the MetaMask add-on to your browser. I use Brave browser. It's this little lion. It's the lion sort of browser, Brave. Just type in Brave browser and download that. It's the best browser on the market. Also got automatic blocking of ads on there as well. So you don't have to worry about that. But you get the add-on, you get a MetaMask wallet, you get your Ethereum, you put it in there, and you go buy these NFTs. You wait for them to go up, and you sell them. And essentially, it's ridiculous. I'm telling you, what is going on in this space is actually blown my mind over the last sort of
been over
week.
$1 billion. There's been $4 billion pumped into the NFT industry, and over $1 billion of those dollars has come just in August.
Yeah, it's baffling. Look, but also please be wary because we've seen like what happens when there's so much money so quickly.
And they are minting shit at record fucking highs at the moment.
Yeah. And when we see like so much money come in so quickly, there's obviously people that are going to be left holding the bag. So do I think that this old mate, this thing here, whatever the hell it is, right? This bloody thing we're looking at the screen, do I think that has any intrinsic value? Fuck no. It has no value. It's a piece of shit. Right?
Matt says absolutely lost me as Yucca's puss. Sorry, later.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt, we're just as lost as what you are, mate. So it's
right. Explain to me. There's no different. It's no different to Top Shot. It's no different to all these other things that you go, yeah, I can watch that on YouTube, right? I'm not saying go and buy this one, but what I'm saying is, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. That you could spend $500 and in 5 days' time it can be $2,000 and you sell it. Right,
even more.
But also at the same time, you could be $300, right? So that's what I'm saying. Enough on this, Doma. All I'm saying is this space is bananas.
Scam. He said it's the biggest scam since Foster's, which is a beer company, slimming tea. 90%, 95% is money laundering by cartels and syndicates.
I wouldn't be surprised. I actually wouldn't be surprised.
Don't get me wrong, yeah. And we've spoken with this great man here a fair few times, Lukey. And a lot of these early adopters, like CryptoPunks and stuff, I don't see the appeal to them, yeah. But because they are the first, it's one of those things that are the first. So they will hold their value. I'm still bullish on NFTs, yeah. I'm not 100% convinced. I like the ones that actually have use to them. Like a VV collectible, you can use it. You can actually show people things. A Top Shot actually has a use for it. So rare. It's like a game, there's a use for it type of thing. I'm just telling you, Sauce, the NFT community could potentially be on the Le Mans radar in the future. This has got, honestly, signs of holding the bag for a lot of people getting into this space. A lot of people. A lot. Like, it's worrying. I know everyone keeps saying, oh, they're minted to 10,000 or they're minted to 8,000 or they're minted to this or they're minted to that. It's just not sustainable to have that much money.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dom.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I just want people. I got nothing against them. Yeah, like we went into Tops NFTs. You know what I mean? Like Sauce and I went into that. Sauce has gone into Panini NFTs on the blockchain there. You know, and
Made a whole
not for
$3
anything,
off my color blast I pulled out of a pack.
But our mentality is probably what the mentality of these people have. Like, we just went in there to buy the stuff and sell it, and then take it out to put into other projects to then buy it and sell it.
Buy and sell it so I can buy Kobe cards. I'll be honest with you, Dom.
Yeah, Jay, don't worry. Yeah, it's going to happen.
Right, it's going to happen. I've been actually researching how do we do this, man. So then I can do it. And we can. There'll be a 1-of-1 Lemon NFT that has me and underline going Lemon for about a minute straight. Just
honestly, Jay, it is going to come. I don't know when. It could be coming very soon. We've got a few things that we're working on. Just a bit of a update to people that are listening to this. Discord is coming, and it is going to be elite. It's going to be elite. We've got breakout rooms everywhere there for the hobby. It's going to be sick. It's going to be so good.
Trying to create community. We were originally going to do a Facebook group, but I just feel like Facebook group just doesn't serve the purpose good. So I feel like it will be way better in a Discord that's able to, organize it better and implement a few more things. So, we'll definitely be looking to launch that.
The double coverage fam. There is going to be areas where you can pump your socials. There's going to be areas where you can put in your breaks if you're selling them. There's going to be heaps of stuff. Cardboard chat. There's going to be buy and sell for any sport you can think of at the moment. And if you think of more, we will just add it to the Discord. We've got it down pat. We really have put a bit of time into this.
Yeah, that's it, Global. We've already thought of that, mate. We've already thought of it. We're onto it, mate. We'll also take suggestions from the double coverage family. Don't you worry about that.
Honestly, if the egg card is worth something, the double coverage Le Mans is 1 trillion times better than that piece of shit. Because we actually have value. All right? You can buy one of these NFTs and the value. Sauce already said it. People have said to us, yeah, but if you sold the Le Mans NFT, what's the use for it? And Sauce just turned around and said, you get to call someone a Le Mans. And not for anything, if you're buying an NFT, you're a Le Mans. It's like, it's straight out. You are the biggest Le Mans on the planet if you buy an NFT. Simple as that. So, anyway. Just makes sense. There's meme coins in crypto. Why can't there be a meme NFT? And ours is the first meme NFT. 1-on-1 black finite Le Mans. Look how much Jay's put that for. Can you imagine?
Oh man, it's ridiculous. I've been doing my research, Tom. I'm having a look at different ways to mint it. How we can definitely don't want to do it on the Ethereum blockchain because gas fees are an absolute bitch. And, I think it's the biggest scam, the gas fee on the Ethereum blockchain. So looking at other blockchains that are able to implement it and, keep that sort of fee down.
If that NFT sold for that much, well, let's just put it this way. If an NFT of ours sold somehow in the vicinity of $500,000 or $1 million, I'm saying this right now. Everyone that has commented in this podcast,
yeah,
you're getting a ticket.
We'll give you 10K. We're giving you 10K.
We're going to buy you a ticket, and we're going to go somewhere around the world.
We're taking all of you to the national, man.
National. If we minted one and it sold for that much, we'll take you to the
straight
national.
Out. We're taking you all to the national.
And all on us. Lie. You know us. We're not going to talk shit like I'm being serious. Oh, gas fee. It's when I do that's what fuck. I tell you.
I love Jay's so funny. I love you, Jay. It's so funny.
And another way to rob people. On the money, yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nail on the head there. That is what a gas fee is. A scam. So, anyway, besides, honestly, I just can't believe this space. We spoke about it on a watch party. We're speaking about it now. It's more the fact I think that we're in shock about this whole thing. Round the world Formula One trip on the cards, 100%.
Oh, that'd be unreal.
Elite.
Live double coverage podcast from the F1 track
with Lando. We'll get him in. And Lewis.
We'll get media passes, mate. Surely we can get some media passes in there. Double coverage media.
We'll get Tom Cruise and all those clowns that go in there and pretend they know what they're doing and they've got no idea. You know, Tom Cruise probably does, but
all right, Tomo, this is going off. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up.
Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for chatting away. Thanks for making us laugh. And remember to keep living, loving, and breathing sports as double coverage. I'm Dom with the Great Man Sauce, and peace.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports, double coverage.